Ребят, простите, пожалуйста, меня. Это пиздец, извините, пожалуйста, мои слова, это просто, ну это реально. Да охуенный пиздец. На самом деле, охуенный просто. Я не понимаю, что с этой игрой не так. Что с этой игрой, мать твою, не так. Все. Я когда-нибудь закончу за консул. Вот поэтому я не знаю насчет 4-го прохождения, ребят. Ну, не знаю, короче. Мне тут это взбесило, на самом деле, вот этот выпендрежник со стороны игры. Типа, ну, я не моя, корова не моя, и пускай, ну, пришлось не перезапускать комп. Продолжаем. Точнее, заканчиваем. Только не говори, что еще раз такое произойдет. Если еще раз такое произойдет, я не знаю, что делать. Мне запись, что ли, включать? Придется запись включить, наверное. Да, может. Да, может. Еще раз, ребята, извините, но я не виноват, на самом деле. Это все игра. Чего, блядь? Серьезно? Ну-ка, давай еще раз зайдем. Я баг словил, ребят. Походу, я баг словил. Да ты серьезно? Нормально вообще? Ну, ребят, это вам кажется нормально, что сейчас только что баг словил? Просто на ровном месте. Просто спокойно, надо быть спокойней. Сейчас перезапустим с самого начала, господи боже мой. Части. Последний ход. Перезапускаем. Перезапуск.
It's a. I never we he did not. And but therefore I am an ancient, Louis.
He was your.
Let's talk about this later.
No.
After he in it.
Won't help him. Emily?
Yeah, you. Good God.
What do you mean?
We are.
Wait.
When Gregory came to warn me, he assured me that we would be the next to go down.
And you think he was telling the truth?
Yes, frankly, I think he.
Don't worry.
When I brought up the possibility of us running away as quickly as we could, he thought that Mortimer would see it coming.
guess, and now we're here. I'm not gonna let him get away with it. There's two of us now, Emily. We can count on each other.
Well, on that note, I haven't told you everything, Louis. This might be a bit hard for you to accept, so I wanted to warn you. There are 3 of us.
Surprise, brother.
Excuse me?
It's Emma, Louis. Just before he disappeared, Holm explained to me how to bring her back from the ether. We were pressed for time
And the only body she could find was one of those cursed servants. Can you believe it?
Emma, don't start, please. I didn't exactly have much of a choice.
Be that as it may, I'm the one inside the body of a masked lackey.
I had to deal with the most urgent thing first. We'll try and get you out of there as soon as we can, just as I promised you.
And I'll make sure you make good on your commitment, sister.
Emma, for the last time.
She is better, don't worry. Being a demon changes many things, and the prospect of getting stuck in the ether for eternity has opened her eyes.
Well, I guess it's your decision, but I hope you know what you're doing.
Are we ready? Can we go now? Louis, at this point, it doesn't matter what you think about me. You need me. I'm guessing you are well aware of what we're about to face, aren't you?
Not really. No.
That's just what gives us a chance, is it not?
It's usually the only argument the reckless have in their favor.
Take heart. We're only about to confront an age-old creature that can read our thoughts and force us to act against our will and wants to devour us. So what's the problem?
If that is your attitude, I suggest we reevaluate the possibility of running away.
Stop it. Let's all just calm down. Only a few minutes ago, it was just the 2 of us. Things are looking up. Our chances are only getting better.
How do we get rid of him then?
Killing him won't change a thing normally. He is capable of changing bodies.
I know how to kill a demon. And the irony of it is, he's the one who revealed it to me. We have to make him touch the blood of an older demon in order to encase him in his mortal body. This is the only way that might give us a chance of dealing him a fatal blow. And I've got the Holy Lance.
What's that got to do with demons?
Christ was his father. Believe me, if we get out of here alive, I'll have a lot of juicy details to tell you about the family. This lance actually received the blood of an ancient demon, and it can work on Mortimer.
Let's do it then.
Are you sure you're ready for this? Will you be all right?
Yes. Yes, I feel a lot better. Don't worry about me.
As you wish.
Вот так вот, ребята, вот так вот.
Louis, there you are. Look,
Perfect.
good. Can we go?
Yes. Let's get...
Если что, у нас гости есть, так что... Подожди-ка. А у нас гвозди же есть? Я же... Да, точно, я взял же гвозди. И когда я шел, я просто взял гвозди. Когда все обыскал. Я тупо взял гвозди. Нормально. Лучше гвоздями
Louis,
не
I've
рисковать.
been expecting... Oh, I see you haven't come alone. To what do I owe the honor, Duchess?
I thought this discussion should concern the whole family.
Surprise, father. Emma. You brought her back from the ether. Well, I am impressed, my children.
It's over, Father.
We can't let you go on like this.
Enough!
Louis!
Who on earth do you think you are, for heaven's sake? Did you think I wouldn't know what you are planning? You are mere insects compared to me. You never had a chance.
Help! My head!
Let's do it!
Now!
Ah, how dare you!
Keep going, it's working!
Get him!
Louis! No! No, don't do it!
It's over. You've lost.
No, Louis! No, stop! Oh! My son! You will regret your actions when you see him.
Come, Louis. It's over.
Let's leave.
Спасибо. Ну, я копьем не стал рисковать, хотя это копье истинное, ну, чтобы не рисковать. Ничего, ребят, не изменилось. Ничего. Ну, в принципе, способ убийства другой. Но ничего не изменилось. Я думаю, будет на самом деле что-то...
As Mortimer had planned, Napoleon Bonaparte sold Louisiana to the United States after purchasing it from Spain. Bonaparte continued his political and military ascension until he proclaimed himself emperor. He went on to invade a large part of Central Europe. The legend of Napoleon persisted after his death, conferring on the emperor the role of Messiah for France. Remaining very popular, George Washington put an end to the various internal rebellions without violence and re-established trade agreements with Great Britain. Upon his death, he became a national hero and left an entire nation in a state of mourning. On his return to Spain, Manuel Godoy proceeded to give Louisiana up to France. Later on, he became the target of the Crown Prince of Spain, Ferdinand VII. The latter gave no respite to his mother's lover, going as far as condemning him to exile. He confiscated all of Manuel's titles and possessions, as well as those of his mistress, Pepita. Pursued, they ended up living out their last years in France in poverty and anonymity. The influence von Wollner had over King Frederick William ironically ended up working against him. The sovereign thrust him into increasing repression until the end of his reign. Von Wollner became the object of the people's hatred, was therefore stripped of his titles and land by the new king, and died in poverty to general indifference in the Prussian countryside. The Duchess, through her close ties with the crown, made it possible for Great Britain to build closer links with the United States on both the diplomatic and commercial fronts. She became inseparable from Marchioness Cunningham, reputed for being the most influential mistress of King George IV of England, and whom she inducted into the Golden Order. His Eminence was obliged to justify himself on his return from the British Isles over the letter he had sent to His Holiness. Unable to say more about the superior dark forces that he had spoken of, his mental health was brought into question. He was consequently withdrawn from papal state power and became preferable to speak politely about a faraway retreat when referring to his anonymous confinement in an asylum of Rome. Sarah de Richet never returned from her trip to the English Isles. Her disappearance spelled the end of the Golden Order and was the object of gossip for almost 3 days at the court of France. On his return from Paris, Peyroux resigned from his posting as judge at the revolutionary courts. He withdrew to the south of France with his daughter until his death. No more was ever heard of Lord William Mortimer. His sudden disappearance was the subject of conversations in the European courts, but only for a few months.
Чё? А почему Золотой Орден рассыпался же? Сара же Очень интересно. Почему Золотой Орден распался, если Сара выжила? Загадка на миллион, ребят. Мне сейчас просто... Дай подумать. Почему Золотой Орден рассыпался, даже если Луи выжил? Я не понимаю, ребят. Поэтому давайте все оставим как есть, как было. Поэтому всем спасибо за внимание. Подписывайтесь, оцените, комментируйте, вступайте в группу ВКонтакте. До встречи в следующей серии прохождения обзоров, а также стримов игры. С вами был Перец, надеюсь, вам понравилось, ребят. До скорого.